We live in an era where technology connects every corner of the globe. From the phones in our pockets to the laptops we use daily, electronics have become part of who we are. But what we often don't see is the hidden cost behind our gadgets. This story isn't just about devices, it's about people. It's about labor, health, ethics, and responsibility. It's about the human rights crisis buried within our e-waste. The life of an electronic device doesn't start in a store. It starts deep underground. The journey begins with extraction, moves to production, reaches us as users, and ends, far too often, as e-waste in the global south. As tech evolves faster and devices become disposable, the world is drowning in discarded electronics. But this isn't just an environmental problem, it's a human one, because behind every gadget is a worker, a community, and sometimes a child. At the heart of your smartphone lies cobalt. In your laptop, rare earth elements. These resources are often extracted in the world's poorest regions, places like the Democratic Republic of Congo or rural Bolivia. In these mines, workers risk their lives daily. Children carry loads of ore heavier than their own bodies. They labor in toxic pits with no protection, no future, and no choice. These minerals feed $1 trillion tech industry, yet the hands that dig them out earn barely enough to eat. Once extracted, raw materials move to manufacturing hubs, mostly in Asia. In vast, crowded factories, workers assemble the electronics we buy in minutes. But their hours stretch into grueling shifts. Their environments are poorly ventilated. Many are exposed to dangerous chemicals without even gloves or masks. Labor rights are limited, unionizing is discouraged, and pressure to meet quotas leaves little room for dignity. As consumers, we rarely ask, at what cost was this device built? When electronics die, they don't disappear. In wealthy nations, they're often shipped out of sight to low-income countries where environmental regulations are weak. There, discarded electronics are processed in open-air dumps, often by hand, often by children. Burning wires for copper, melting circuit boards in acid baths, crushing parts with rocks. This is how the informal e-waste economy survives, by risking human health to salvage metal. What's marketed as recycling is in truth a slow poison for entire communities. The toll is devastating. Workers inhale mercury, lead, and cadmium daily. Children grow up breathing toxic smoke. Nearby, families eat food grown in contaminated soil. Water is no longer safe to drink. Illnesses become lifelong companions: cancer, neurological damage, chronic respiratory disease. And those most affected? Marginalized communities, already facing poverty, with limited access to healthcare and no legal protection. The cost of e-waste is measured not just in pollution, but in pain. The electronic supply chain is massive and opaque. A single device may pass through dozens of subcontractors across continents in just weeks. Tracking the origin of a raw material or the final destination of a discarded phone is nearly impossible. This complexity shields unethical practices from view. Corporations can claim ignorance, and loopholes abound. Without transparency, there can be no accountability. And without accountability, injustice flourishes in silence. But change is possible. Governments must enforce stricter export bans on hazardous waste. Manufacturers must take responsibility for the entire life cycle of their products. This means designing for repairability, investing in ethical sourcing, and supporting safe disposal. And consumers, we have power too. By repairing, reusing, and recycling responsibly, we demand better from those who make and manage our tech. A more humane tech industry isn't just possible, it's necessary. Licensed recyclers are part of the solution. These facilities follow strict safety and environmental standards. They protect workers with training, equipment, and protocols. They prevent toxic waste from leaking into communities. Choosing licensed recyclers is a choice to protect both people and the planet. It's one step we can all take to shift the system toward justice and sustainability. The devices we use daily carry hidden consequences, but through awareness and action, we can rewrite the story. If you're ready to recycle responsibly and stand for human rights, we're here to help. Responsible recycling isn't just about electronics, it's about ethics. Let's build a future where no one has to suffer for the tech we love.